Alright, here's why me and my bro we have decided to stay single in our whole teenage years. So I remember when I was about 12 years old, I there was a few attractive girls in my class. I kind of had like a small desire to just want to be with them, but I never lah. So then fast forward 2 years later when I was 14, this was when I started to have a big desire. Okay, I was scrolling on my phone one night, then I saw a video of these Turkish actors and actors, two Turkish actors and actresses. The girl apparently was staring at the guy, and the guy was like doing this. I don't know what the fish is wrong with you now, but what made me stare at what made me keep watching the video was that this Turkish actress, right, her eyes was blue, and she was like, God damn, she's attractive as hell. And ever since then, right, I just had this fantasy desire of wanting to have a relationship. I'll be honest with you, I had this weird addiction, right, where I just fantasize myself with those attractive girls where I would, thought that I can have a potential relationship with, but we all know that's not true now. And this desire, right, actually came out true when in 2022 when I was 15 years old. You already know the story. I'm just gonna say this girl liked me, I liked her, we got into a situationship, even though we thought it was a relationship, and we separated each other after 9 months, because apparently I found out that she was talking to a lot of guys, and she was actually talking to one of my so-called good friends. He was a good friend of mine, and that guy, I would just call him Sam. It turns out that they actually like each other, and I already knew from the start that they really like each other because they were like so close. They were walking to class together. She walked past me to Sam, and I can tell that she was so happy with him and not with me. And then she posted an Instagram story of him. And then, after I left the situationship, right, which was quite hard for me to move on for the first 2 weeks, I was like, damn, you know what? Maybe I'm just gonna stay single now. And I'll explain to you why. Even though there are a lot of attractive girls in my school area and some of my house area, if you take a look at the modern generation nowadays, right, you would see the hookup culture is getting normalized. Apparently, women are cheating on men are cheating on women. They're cheating on each other, all these kind of things. And I just realized, right, some of my schoolmates, right, they dated like two or three girls in their teenage years, and then once they break up with a girl, right, they'll just move on and talk to another girl. And I'm like, damn, okay, don't get me involved. And the second reason why is because I just don't want to be in a relationship because I'm not ready. Let me ask you, if you're not happy with yourself, how are you supposed to be happy in a relationship? Like for me, I'm not really satisfied with myself. That's why I'm staying single. And I'm not telling you to stay single just because I'm staying single, you should stay single. No, if you're happy with yourself, right, you should. And if you're okay with to be happy in a relationship, go ahead. But this is just me. And the third thing is, I'm just not who I want to be. I remember I watched a Jack Pagan video in 10 minutes whether you'll be ready for a girlfriend, and he told me to write down a list of when you're ready and when you're not ready. And when I did that exercise, right, I wrote down why I'm not ready, why am I ready. I found out that he is true, he has a point. So that's where I decided that, you know what, I'm not gonna have a girlfriend for now. But some of my friends even told me that they'll be waiting for another girl. They'll be waiting for a girl, the right girl to come along, of course. I'm also hoping to wait for another girl. But my simple best advice, right? If you are, I don't know if you've heard this quote before, but you attract based on what you want and not who you are. You attract based on who you are and not what you want. So if you're like a guy who does like all these bad habits, who goes to party every time, you attract a girl that's like this as well. But if you're like the opposite, you do all the good habits, but you also attract a girl like this. So if you want your woman to be the wife quality, you got to be the husband quality as well. That's what I'm trying to do, okay? Don't listen to me, okay? I'm not an expert. Alright? Even this guy, Arvinth right here, he's also staying single. Now we explain to you why.
Okay, since Dawson's done, now it's my turn. So yeah, yes, I would rather stay single because like half an hour ago, this fella showed me a YouTuber's video named Hamza, right? Yeah, Hamza. In that video, he mentioned, which is his opinion, not our opinion, okay? He said, why is it so-called dangerous to marry Indian woman? And I was like, okay, sure, well, what could possibly be in this video? And after watching, 10 minutes of it, I don't even know how many minutes of it, really, like, whatever he said was kind of like, even now it's still in my mind. Okay, because what he said in that video was, last month, there were like 7 murder cases of a wife when he cheated on her husband, and when the husband found out that she was cheating on him, and when he confronted her, she immediately like made the guy that she was cheating with kill the husband, in whether strangle or like shot him. I don't even know how. It was actually crazy. Literally, like when I first heard this, and I'm like, what the actual like literally, what the actual hell? And this is like one of the reasons now that's making me think, since now we're talking about why it's good to be single, it is kind of getting to me like, what if I had let's say if I had a girlfriend who is, okay, I don't want to sound racist, but if she's Indian, and let's say if she were to cheat on me with some guy, and let's say if I later find out, now I'm thinking that what if he used that guy to me? It's just, I guess it's maybe I'm overthinking stuff. So
you really hunt him down a lot.
So okay, I won't say it's the main reason, but I guess it's like a 5%. Yeah, 5% of the reason, but I hopefully it's not the case now. But and also like Dawson mentioned, like how up our generation is in terms of like loyalty and of course hookup culture, like very, is it common? It's very common. Yeah, it's very, it pretty much is. And hearing this, I'm like, then what's the point? Like you're wasting bloody God knows how many months or years you're spending with him or her. Then you might as well not been in the relationship in the first place.
Yes.
But I mean, I guess maybe they're physically attracted to them, so I guess you really can't blame them. So I don't know how it works, but if you ask me personally, I'm personally finding a girl where at least I could be husband material. And also like Dawson mentioned, like how fucked up our generation is in terms of like loyalty and of course hookup culture, like very, is it common? It's very common. Yeah, it's very, it pretty much is. And hearing this, I'm like, then what's the point? Like you're wasting bloody God knows how many months or years you're spending with him or her. Then you might as well not been in the relationship in the first place.
Yes.
But I mean, I guess maybe they're physically attracted to them, so I guess you really can't blame them. So I don't know how it works, but if you ask me personally, I'm personally finding a girl where at least I could be husband material, like Dawson said, where I could at least able to take care of her. But also at the same time, I'm thinking of what if she doesn't understand my perspective, you know what I mean? Like in the sense, this is based on my so-called culture, because in India, when most men get married, they also get strangled between their mom and like their wife. Like, oh, you, like the mom will be like, oh, you think she's important, and the wife will be like, oh, you think she's important. You know, it's just it's complicated.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, that's the situation where I literally want to be, like literally. But unless if like my wife or girlfriend is like the understanding type, maybe I guess it will make my job at least less harder lah, in a sense. And of course I want to stay single, but at the same time, if I were to ever get a girl, right, I'd rather have a girl who makes me feel like more myself, like who generally like understands me, who basically understands me lah, like in the sense, and also respect for me lah, because women, like some women nowadays, just like if they don't have respect for men, they just immediately cheat on them, which I really don't know how it works, but I guess that's how the generation is nowadays. So I don't even know. Literally, I really don't know till now. Okay, I really don't know how they're having the audacity or like
Audacity.
yeah, audacity to do it.
Oh, excuse me.
But the funny part is when men try to confront a woman when she cheats on him, and if the woman tries to slap him or like stab him with a knife, and when he calls the police, the funny part is he's the one getting arrested. When it's like the woman's fault and she cheated. I personally find it like so literally ridiculous. And I'm surprised no one like literally points this out, but honestly, do I really care? Since I'm single, so I don't know. Maybe I don't care about relationships much now, but this is what this is the type I expect from a girl. Like if she's understanding, and if she like understands me lah. So of course there's gonna be arguments here and there, but at least if she's also willing to solve it, like if she's willing to be calm and resolve it with me, then there's a point in being in a relationship. Because nowadays when it's like a guy or a girl, if they don't like a certain thing from him or her, they just say, oh, I don't want to be with you, just break up. I'll be like, all right, what, be my guest, because it's their relationship, so who are we to say? But this is my opinion. I feel like might as well just resolve one another than breaking up. But I guess that's how it is nowadays. So, and these are the reasons why, basically. And for me personally, okay, I'll just keep the story short because I don't want to drag it much. So I had a girlfriend when I was, I think, 12, I think. 11. No, I'm not. Hey, I'm not gonna drag. I'm not gonna yell about it. So I was with her for like a year. Then after a year, we broke up. And why? She kind of cheated on me, and also told in front of me that she found another new guy in our school more attractive than me. That too in front of me. Imagine like your girl saying like, oh, like imagine you and your girl are talking, and she just looks at another guy and says, oh damn, he's attractive, or damn, he's good looking, like in front of you. How would you feel? I mean, how would you feel, bro?
I'll feel like, okay, I'll be pissed and sad at the same time.
Yeah, that's how I was like, wow.
Yeah.
But again, it is what it is, and this is why. I mean, of course, like, okay, there's a point in Dawson said that I kind of disagree when you said you didn't like her talking to other guys, didn't you? You said you didn't like her talking to other guys.
Not really though. Alright guys, so like I'll just say in behalf of Arvinth's story, because to make it simple, after he broke up with his girlfriend, he did not go school for 2 or 3 weeks because it really hurt him, and I don't really understand what he's going on, but I know that it really sucks, man, because he probably loved the girl a lot. That was his first love experience. That probably haunted him down so much, right, to the point where he's like, okay, you know what, I'm not going to find a relationship. And look, that's it. If that's what he wants, right, I have no reason to go against it, because that's what I also do. When I find out that the situationship was like I was with the wrong girl and at the wrong time and in the wrong place, right? I'm like, okay, I don't want.
Yeah. Sorry.
I was just saying half of your story. Like, you didn't go to school for 2 weeks after you broke up, right?
Yeah. So yeah, there was a point in Dawson said that what was it again? You didn't like her talking to other guys, was it?
Yeah. Not really lah. I mean, she has a lot of guy friends before she knew me.
So you didn't like the part where she had like guy friends,
It's okay for her, but I mean, personally, I don't like when she has a lot of guy friends.
Alright, fair enough.
So what do you not this? What do you disagree?
So yeah,
about
that
this
part
point?
lah. So I mean, because how to say, if she has a lot of guy friends, it's not something that you can control. So I mean, at least how do I say this? Yes, it's okay to be insecure. I understand. Maybe she has a lot of guy friends. You don't know if she's gonna be loyal to you or not. I mean, I understand from his perspective. So, and to God knows how many men who watch this, it's okay if you're being insecure. Sometimes you gotta be, because if not, right, you're cooked, bro. God knows how many times she's gonna cheat on you. She's gonna be like, she's gonna try and gas you and be like, it was just one kiss, it was just blah blah blah, and all those very tactical female manipulation.
And look, we're not hating our relationship. We're just stating out our points on why we want to stay single.
This is like absolute facts. If whether you like it or like to hear it or not, okay, you can spam the comments like, there's this blah blah blah, but this is our opinion, and there's nothing you can change about it. Maybe you want to say anything on the comments, be my guest and say it out.
All right, and boys or girls, if you don't have a reason to be in a relationship, then don't be in one lah. Simple.
Yeah.
Just enjoy this shit of being single, bro. Because one day you might miss this. One day when you're with your husband, your kids, your wife and your kids, right? You will miss being alone, man. You will miss being single. That's what me and Arvinth were trying to do. Yeah. As much as we want a girl, we're also trying to enjoy being single and do the things that
makes us happy.
Yeah. That's about it, bro. Right?
Yeah. So, I mean, you can share your opinions if you want. Be my guest. I mean, this is just our opinion. And again, if you have any opinion to say, I mean, you can like put the comment in on his channel.
Just write it down.
Yeah. All right. So keep pushing, my G. See you in the next one. Peace out.